Welcome to the BreakPoint 2003 off-season. First thing we're going to do is start out with the coaching carousel. So we're going to take away 1 year and all the contracts, and the big one that comes up is S. Mills. And you might remember that Michigan had a horrible season, 1-4 finish. So that kind of puts S. Mills in trouble. And I'm going to go right in there and say it, and he's fired. So goodbye to S. Mills. Michigan decides to part ways with him. And that is the big topic of the offseason. So career-wise, S. Mills was 4-6. He had one great season and then one awful season. Michigan Wolverines have to decide who's going to fill that place. They could go with Fred Lynn, a little bit better in coaching, worse in recruiting. But I think they're going to roll the dice here, and we'll see if it pays off for them. So Michigan's going to go and get a new coach, and we're going to name him S. Bach. Good as any name. And let's see how he does. Oh, and the first one is a 1. That's not going to be pretty. And his recruiting is a 6. So he's got the max on recruiting. So maybe there's a little bit of a combination here where his coaching skill may not be that good, but his recruiting is good. So we'll see how that pays off. Here's for the contract roll. And Michigan will be with Bach for 3 years. So for the next 3 years, we'll see this experiment with a horrible coaching but great recruit. Next, we're going to do the player and coach updates. So we will whiz right through here. There we have it. There's the new updated scores for the players, and it looks like there's 5 seniors who have graduated, and we do have our senior 9. Valparaiso has a senior 9 for this season, which is the highest you can get at this point in BreakPoint. Moving on to the coach updates, we're going to roll for F. Lynn, and a 1 is going to be a -1 on coaching skills, so now he's back down to a 3-2. S. Mills, just fired by Michigan, he hits a 4, so there'll be no change, but because he's available coach, he actually gets a asterisk for retirement. Keaton hits a 5. Can you believe this guy? He still looks good. +1 on recruitment, but Keaton cannot move higher than 6, so he will stay at a 6. 6 is the highest you can get on recruitment. Butler gets no change for D. Wilson. M. Knowles, also no change. S. Bach will skip, so we'll go to D. Fitz, and D. Fitz hits a 3, and he'll get his first retirement star. Again, 3 retirement stars before it's their last season. P. Howard, and he gets a 4. So a lot of 4. So not much happened on the coaching front. Everybody's kind of staying pretty consistent. Now we'll move into recruiting. I have rolled 8 freshmen, and I chose that number because we need 6. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we need 5, and I added 3 more to cover. Might be a little heavy. We'll see how it goes. So there are 8 freshmen that are here to come. All right, and now I've updated all of the recruiting, so there will be 31 possibilities based on all of the coaches recruiting, including Kentucky for the first time. And let's fill this out. And the first one goes to Kentucky, and then another one to Kentucky. Kentucky is just getting all of the first picks here. We'll see who gets the rest. And Kentucky lands the top recruit as well as Indiana. So Kentucky and Indiana both get an F5. Kentucky's recruiting was off the chart. They picked up 4 opportunities on this. So as we hand out these, we'll see how that plays out. So the first F5 goes to Kentucky. They have an opening, so they will take an F5. The next player is for Indiana, another F5. Indiana does not need one. And I think I'm going to go out on a limb here and fix their problem that they're going to be facing in the future and bench one of those freshmen 3 and actually put the F5, which is the right pick. Kentucky's next pick is an F4. And you'll see that they do have a sophomore too, so that's an easy fix. So 2 freshmen going to Kentucky. Recruiting paying off dividends. Butler lands an F4, and they need one. Notre Dame, they also land an F4, and they have an opening. They've got 2 senior 6s that are going to be leaving next year, so next year's recruiting for Notre Dame is going to be big. Michigan have an open gap. They'll take that F3. And then Kentucky has another opportunity with an F3. They do not want the F3, so they will pass it. Michigan will take a shot, and because they won't take it, it will fall to the open spot, which will be to Valpo. So Michigan decides not to take that. And then last but not least, we have the F1 for Kentucky. Kentucky does not want it. There are no open spots, so that freshman unfortunately did not get a contract. So there we go. And now we have the players updated and the coaches updated. We do not have a new team, so the last step to do is we just have to add these all up. And there you have it. There's your 2004 BreakPoint season. Most notably, the grouping. Look at this, 25, 25, 24, 24, 22. So Butler is the worst team, and then everybody else is pretty close right next to each other. And then you have Indiana. Indiana is going to have a huge advantage, at least an 8-point plus on all of the opponents. So this is really their year to lose. They should be able to win all 5 games that they're going to play. But as you saw last season, that's not always the case. Notre Dame and Valparaiso, with the best player, the senior 9, could really upset things. But we'll see. The scary part for Indiana is they're going to get better, but they lose their senior 8 next season. So 2005, they're going to lose that senior 8. Valpo's going to lose a senior 9. Notre Dame's going to lose 2 senior 6s. So the 2005 season is going to be super fun. But this is the standings for 2004. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see if Indiana, best team that I think we've ever seen with 33 points, is going to be able to win this. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're enjoying the videos. We're going to come out with the 2004 season next week. I'm just as excited as you are, so let's do this.